Hey there. As we talk about balancing the triad of body, mind, spirit, let's focus a little bit on spirit today. So we're going to talk basics of spiritual health, nourishing your inner and outer worlds. So here at Balancing the Triad, we break down spirit as in personal spirituality, communal spirituality, and environmental spirituality. So let's go a little bit onto each of those. Personal spirituality is kind of the foundation for it all. This is the connection to yourself, your self-discovery, understanding who you are, what your values, your morals, the principles you stand for. And it's also acknowledging your dark shadow. This is something that a lot of times we'd rather completely ignore. This is where we have guilt, shame, fear, weakness. We want to ignore those, but it's not a good idea because it is still part of us. It's learning to embrace it and realize, accept it, take the lessons it learned, incorporate it into ourselves. And in figuring out your personal spirituality, a lot of times it simply begins with spending time alone with your thoughts. And if that's a challenge to you, that's letting you know, yeah, there's some work you need to work. There's some work you need to do. Definitely going in deeper is like, okay, what's the reason you don't like to be alone with thoughts? Where do they take you? What's the reason for it? There's a lot of work you can go in there. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be easy, but it's definitely worth the effort. Second aspect is communal spirituality. So none of us exist by ourselves. Relationships we have can have profound impacts on our spiritual health, the connections to people all around us. And having a strong support group is a hallmark of healthy life. Especially, this is what's really true, is when it comes to dealing with significant challenges, even illnesses. I know when I dealt with cancer, I wouldn't have been able to go through it as well as I did if I did not have the support of my family and friends around me. So it's definitely really important to have it when we have to deal with those tough situations. And this also involves your community at large. Now, whether that can be simply joining like a support group, volunteer, participate in religious activities, or just at least being open to forming new relationships. The idea is realize what's all out there for you. And the relationships can take various forms. So it is in groups. We're talking about romantic, professional, business, friends, as well as in person, and in today's world, virtually. But it's nice to have that group of people around you support you in different situations that you may go through. And the third aspect here is environmental spirituality, the connection to the world around us. So we are talking about natural and constructive. Constructive in the aspect, it's your connection to your home, your workplace, your social surroundings, your personal or religious places or spaces that you use. And it's actually in nature. Definitely want to try to get you to encourage to get out of our concrete boxes and get out there and spend some time in nature, get that connection with it. And it's also about connection to something beyond ourselves. Now, whether that is universe, nature, the sciences, higher power we choose, just something beyond ourselves. It's belief beyond what we have, and that can definitely have a profound impact on your overall being. So you take all those different aspects together and realize spiritual health is quite multidimensional, and it definitely deserves our attention and nurturing. Many times you've heard me talk about here is that when it comes to balancing the triad, spirit is the missing component for a lot of people. They might focus on their mental health, might focus on their physical health, but spiritual one is the one they don't think about too much. That is the missing component for a lot of people. So take some time to explore these different aspects. Understand yourself. It's definitely worth it. Foster some meaningful relationships and connect with the world around you. What's your physical environment, where you work at, where you play, where you live. Spend some time in nature, and if you choose to, a higher power, whatever that is for you. But as you embark on your journey towards contentment and harmony in your lives, it's definitely worth going through and realizing your spiritual development and spiritual health does play a big role in it. So take some time to nurture that. All right, so that's what I got for you today. Have yourself a great rest of your day, wherever it is for you, and I will catch you in the next video. So take care and balancing to you. Bye-bye.